remembering all of those now.
Yo, what's happening, Cucumber Squad? Right, Tyler Joseph, what's your story? So this is some poetry, man. It was actually a request by Kim Maple. It was a very, very long time ago that she actually asked me to do this one, and then she reminded me again, because I did promise I would do it then. I'm going to do it now, and we haven't done poetry by Tyler Joseph, and I absolutely adore poetry, man. It was one of my very, very, very strong suits at school was poetry. I used to do ace poetry. But yeah, before we even get started, man, I just want to let you guys know, man, down in the description, I've got the link to my website, right? You guys can go take a look at my website. A lot of things are going to actually start happening on my website. I'm going to start posting a lot of stuff on there in terms of like news. If you can go into the website, you can subscribe. Subscribing is free. You don't have to pay for subscribing. You just subscribe to the website, and then it'll inform you of new stuff that we're doing. Obviously, there's a collaboration that I'm doing with Wolf Reacts, and it's going to be a weekly thing. It's going to be like a podcast cum reaction thing. It's going to be absolutely awesome. We're currently working on it. That's coming soon. And then also there is also skip the line paid reactions. So if you're in a financial position where you want your reaction to skip the line, you want a reaction earlier, if you want to also shout out a message, if you want to do a reaction and you want to send a message to somebody, a loved one, you're more than welcome to sort of use this channel as a vessel to do that, and it's cheap. Right now I've got them at $9 to skip the line. You can also still request your request. It's not a problem. You can put in the line, but I've got 11,000 requests and we're working through that playlist, and then there's still new music in that. So it's just another way to sort of like help the channel out, keep the channel afloat, is doing sort of paid reactions. I've actually done a special until the 1st of May, which is $9 for skip the line reactions. And that happens, happens within the 2 or 3 days of you doing it. I only do 15 of the skip the line reactions a week. I can't do more than that, so I'm not taking money for more than that. So every week I do 15. There's 15 slots for paid reactions, right? So you can completely skip the line for a small fee. It's up to you guys. So yeah. Link is down in the description, man. Go take a look at the website, and you guys let me know. It's fablesquadhub.com. It was the lines here, links down soon. Right, anyway, let's get going, man. Tyler Joseph from 21 Pilots, what's your story? Link was sent to me by Kim Maple. Poetry, man, let's get into this. I see it's quite short, it's only 2 minutes long, so let's see what we got over here.
This is a line, and this line is mine. You will kindly find my feet and my spine are perfectly aligned. You'll also find that on either side is a plus and a minus sign. Right now I'm on this line, minus this, now I'm online.
Fire. Okay, wait a second. You know what I'm actually gonna do? Okay, let's just watch this without any interruptions all the way to the end, and then we're gonna go back and I'm gonna break it down, right? So it's only 2 minutes. Let's just watch it, and then I'll go back, and then I'll give you I'm gonna just let my brain work, and then I'm gonna give you my introspection on this. Let's go.
This is a line, and this line is mine. You will kindly find my feet and my spine are perfectly aligned. You'll also find that on either side is a plus and a minus sign. Right now I'm on this line, minus this, now I'm online.
Ooh, love
This
it.
is a line, and this line is mine. You will kindly find my feet and spine are on the plus side. Now I'd like to assign and also define what one might find on this side of the line. I will not pretend that there are no consequences of saying something offensive online, no matter what my ignorant friend says. Because words are all I have, and yeah, I know it's sad. We hide behind the mask of the latest social networking fad. So there's respect in my status, whether through Mark Zuckerberg or Tom, and I'll treat you the same in person, and yeah, I'll accept your friend request, Mom. This is a line, and this line is mine. You will kindly find my feet and my spine are on the minus sign. Now I'd like to assign and also define what one might find on this side of the line. Now I might seem unassuming, but if you only knew what I was doing, brewing, spewing, spitting venom when I'm at that screen, I ruin. Reputations I will splatter, typing faster I get madder, all the insults I will gather, you're so lucky it's only sadder. Day. You have one day, oh yes, Sunday, for my words to die away. And on that one day, oh, I must say, you're going to wish you had a different name. But then it's Monday, and at school, I'll remind them all of what I said. Then it's Tuesday, and then it's Wednesday, and then we'll all find out you're dead. This is a line, and this line is mine. And now that I've assigned what one might find on either side, you will kindly find that my feet and my spine are on the plus sign.
Ooh.
And I'm not moving. Where are you?
Fire, man. Oh my God. See, I love stuff like this. Absolutely love stuff like this. Because this is poetry. Very, 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 very clever. Such a beautiful way to play on... Okay, so online bullying, online judgment, online prejudice, very clever. So what's happening on the internet and things like that. And then there's obviously a division, right? There's a division between positive and then there's negative, right? So you can either be on the positive side or you can be on the negative side. But the whole idea of actually staying, this is the line and my spine is perfectly in line with my feet on this line, right? So basically saying that I live on this line, right? And as we all do, we live on a particular line, which is kind of going down to my fence reference. I always say this about sitting on the fence. So I can either coast on this line. My line is perfectly, my spine is perfectly inside. So basically your spine being your backbone. Your backbone is perfectly in line with this. So we coasting and my backbone is kind of like the center point, the counterpoint of this fence. Right? Now I choose, that backbone, I can choose to move my backbone to the cowardly position on the negative side, or I can choose it to, I stand for something on the plus side, on the positive side, right? So it's very clever. So let's just go back and then let me just start that again.
This is a line, and this line is mine.
So the line is yours. So when I always talk about sitting on the fence, that fence is it's hypothetical. That's yours. You are on this fence. You don't see that line, right? But sitting on the fence doesn't mean you have a backbone. It means that your spine is in line, but it doesn't mean you have a backbone. Your backbone comes from where you move off that line. Where do you draw the line and where do you move off that line and how far you will go. So, and accepting the consequences for it. Love that. I've got the whole, if you guys know that I've spoken about this 1,000 times in terms of the coasting on the fence. I think it's exactly the same thing, really.
You will kindly find my feet and my spine are perfectly aligned. You'll also find that on either side is a plus and a minus sign.
So having no position at this point, right? My feet are perfectly aligned. Right, I'm in the center of this, right? I currently hold no position, right? But let's see how that momentum, how that sort of moves forward in your life.
Right now I'm on this line, minus this. Now I'm online.
Very clever. I'm now on this line, but minus these two positions, I'm now online, being on the line that he's standing on, his own sort of hypothetical line, the line that he's standing on now. So minus your perceptions, minus your views, minus your feelings, minus your offenses, minus all of your world opinions, minus all of that, I'm currently just on the line. It's decision-making time. Where do I land?
This is a line, and this line is mine. You will kindly find my feet and spine are on the plus side.
Now he shifts.
Now I'd like to assign and also define what one might find on this side of the line. I will not pretend that there are no consequences of saying something offensive.
See, so now he's owning it. I will not pretend that there are no consequences to saying something offensive. Right? So owning what I say, that's a positive, even though it may sound like a negative, right? It's a positive, saying that I will not be delusional. I won't be blissfully ignorant of the fact that what I say, if I choose this side of the fence, if I choose this side of the line, if I choose this side of online, I'm not going to be blissfully ignorant and completely sort of void of responsibility. I'm going to understand that there are consequences to my words. Words have power, words have meaning, and those words can harm somebody's life. And I can understand that, so I watch my words. I watch my words carefully. I don't want to harm people. I don't want to harm. I don't need to unnecessarily offend somebody. And if I do, I will take the consequence of that and apologize. You know what I mean? So he's owning that, which is a very big positive.
Online, no matter what my ignorant friend says.
Exactly. Standing up in a society, even though that the majority feel like this is a fun thing to do, I will stand above that. I will rise above that, and I will say that even though they do it, I understand that it's wrong, right? Which is a very positive thing. That means self-awareness. That means self-introspection. It means you know who you are and what your actions do and how they harm others. I love that.
Because words are all I have, and yeah, I know it's sad. We hide behind the mask of the latest social networking fad.
Yep, we hide behind the mask of the latest social networking fad. So obviously a fad being its trend, essentially, and we all like to hide behind this over here. That's how we like to hide behind stuff. Right? We find it very easy to just insult people and to say whatever we want to say, to hate on them, not knowing what they go through on the other side of that keyboard, on the other side of that screen. There's actually a human being with a heart, a human being with feelings, a human being that you don't know what he or she is going through at that particular point in her of time in her life. And she could be literally on the thread. She could be on the thread of giving it all up. And just that one thing that you say behind that mask, that fad, right, could send her off the tipping point. You know what I mean? Like that.
So there's respect in my status, whether through Mark Zuckerberg or Tom, and I'll treat you the same in person, and yeah, I'll accept your friend request, Mom.
See, all just being the nice guy, right? There's respect in my status, whether it be Mark Zuckerberg or Tom, right? And then it's basically, he's just saying that I will respect everybody. I will treat you the same way I treat you online as I do if I had to meet you face to face, right? Because that's who I am. I'm genuine. And you know what? I'll accept your friend request. There's no need for me to act like, you know, above my family. A lot of people do. It's like, no, I'm not going to accept my mom. Like, I don't want my mom seeing all my pictures and liking all my... I'm a nice guy. Sure, Mom. I'll accept your friend request as well. So all just down to kindness, down to being real. That's that side of the line, like that.
This is a line, and this line is mine. You will kindly find my feet and my spine.
I love the way he actually emphasizes that. This is the line, and this line is mine. I can make these decisions. I can make that choice. This all lives and dies with me. I decide which side of this line I decide to be on. I can either be positive or I can be negative, right? But you can flip that. You can flip the definitions of that, because if you had to flip the minus and the plus sign, right, you could decide to be on the positive side to eliminate negativity, or to be on the negative side to eliminate positivity. You could also flip that. Right? It depends on your perception in terms of how you see that positive and negative, essentially. So you could be on the negative side of the line, right? And you could be, I say, okay, I'm going to choose the negative side of the line because I want to add some value to this negative world. Or I can be on the positive side of the line to show others the negativity in this world. You can sort of invert those two as well, right? But it's obviously not that. That's on my own little flip on that. But I'm saying that the positive is just being a nice person, and then the negative is just not choosing to not be that. You know what I mean? But that line is yours, right? And you hold that line. It's so simple to make that decision. But then, does it mean you have your spine on that line? Do you have your backbone? Where do you shift your backbone? Are you a coward or aren't you? Let's go.
Are on the minus sign. Now I'd like to assign and also define what one might find on this side of the line.
Love it.
Now I might seem unassuming, but if you only knew what I was doing, brewing, spewing, spitting venom when I'm at that screen, I ruin. Reputations I will splatter. Typing faster, I get madder.
It's all just haters in terms of what haters do, what people do online. You don't care what's happening. You're just going off on that keyboard, the keyboard warrior, just trying to insult and judge and harm and trying to see how much reactions. I'm just going to be a troll because it's fun, right? Not knowing what people are going through. I'm going to fat shame people. I'm going to this, I'm going to that. I'm going to do a whole bunch of things because it just makes me feel better about myself. But at the end of the day, that side of the line just means that you're projecting what you are. You're projecting what you're not, right? So it's also what you are and what you're not, essentially. So because you're so insecure about your own life, you feel that you need to project your own insecurities onto other people. And when you're on that side of the line, you're not only doing harm to other people, you yourself are doing harm to yourself, right? Because you are in effect of others. And I've always spoken about this being an effect of others. You do not need to give people the power to destroy your day. That's all within your hands. You hold that decision. You hold that position, right? If you allow people, if you give people, you hand people the power to destroy your day, then that's on you, essentially. And then the same thing goes like that. If you are going like actively to try and destroy somebody's day, right? That's not something that human beings tend to live with too well, right? It's just because you are going through your own internal hate. You are going through, you don't like yourself. So you're already in a bad space, right? You're just trying to bring your bad space into somebody else's space. You're trying to huddle all these mushrooms, right? Underneath your dark tree. I like that.
All the insults I will gather, you're so lucky, it's only Saturday. You have one day. Oh yes, Sunday, for my words to die away.
Exactly. So it's bullying. You're so lucky that it's only Saturday because bullying doesn't ever stop now. You know, back in the day when I used to go to school, we didn't have cell phones. So bullying stayed at school, right? So in effect, we actually had 2 days. You know, we had Saturday and Sunday for people's words and actions to die away. And then we literally went back to Monday and it all began again. But that is not the way it works. That's not the way it works today. Bullying doesn't stop when you leave school. It carries on online, right? So even on Saturday, he's literally saying, you're so lucky that it's Saturday because I'm online, right? Scolding you. Wait until I see you in person and I'm going to scold you even more, right? But I like the fact that he skipped Sunday where he says you've got only one day. In terms of this, why does this do this? I hate it when computers just decide to do their own thing in the middle of something. So basically he says, so I'm giving you the breather of Sunday because I'm trying to make it seem like I'm the good person, like Sunday's the church day, right? So another way of trying to show that I'm a good person, but I really am not. So I'll give you the Sunday because I'm busy dealing with my superficial beliefs, right? And then back on Monday, I continue in person, you know, that kind of thing.
And on that one day, oh, I must say, you're going to wish you had a different name. But then it's Monday, and at school, I'll remind them all of what I said.
Yep. Reiterates. You know what I did? You know what I said? You won't believe what I said. I literally think he probably cried all night. You know what I mean? Taking, you know, basking in the heroism that was your offensive words, that was your sort of like sense of judgment, your sense of prejudice. You know, you gotta say, oh, you don't understand, and you brag about it. So like that.
Then it's Tuesday, and then it's Wednesday, then we'll all find out you're dead.
Because they couldn't take it. You don't know what people are going through till eventually you'll find out that they actually took their own lives, and that's all because of what you said.
This is a line, and this line is mine.
Once again, he is emphasizing this line is mine. It's your decision. No one draws this line for you. It's your decision.
And now that I've assigned what one might find on either side, you will kindly find that my feet and my spine...
I love that. So he's like, I've explained this to you. So I'm now going back on the fence. Having explained both sides and the severity of this side and the positivity on this side. The choice is now yours to decide which side of the line you are online. I like that.
Are on the plus sign.
So I now stand. So I came back to the fence to draw you back onto my fence, to draw you back onto the line. So you make your decision, but I'll lead by example. I stand on the plus sign. That's where my backbone goes.
And I'm not moving.
I'm not going back on that line. I'm not sitting on the fence no more. It's straight down to my thing.
Where are you?
Where are you? We'll leave it there. I love you all. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.